Welcome back to the Wisdom English podcast. Let me ask you a question. What if you could become fluent in English without memorizing thousands of words? What if you could speak with confidence, travel easily, and express your ideas using only 500 words? It sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But it's completely possible. And in this episode, I will explain exactly how. Forget everything you thought you knew about learning English. Forget long vocabulary lists and complicated grammar drills. Today you will learn the smart, focused, and practical way to master English faster than ever. Most English learners believe fluency means knowing a lot of words. They proudly tell me, "Sarah, I know 3,000 English words." But when I ask a simple question like, "What did you do yesterday?" they freeze. They know the words, but they can't use them. It's like owning a huge library, but not being able to read the books. So, why does this happen? It happens because fluency is not about how many words you recognize. It's about how quickly you can use the ones you already know. Linguists, people who study language, believe that the 500 most common English words cover about 65% of everyday speech. If you add another 500 words, you reach nearly 90%. This means if you learn these core words deeply, not just their definitions, but their sounds, their rhythm, and how they connect, you can handle almost any daily conversation. But here's the problem. Many learners don't trust simplicity. They think if something is easy, it cannot be effective. They want long, difficult material because it feels like progress. But the truth is, complexity slows you down. When you make things simple, you focus. You give your brain the chance to build a strong foundation. It's like building a house. If the foundation is weak, it doesn't matter how beautiful the upper floors are. So, don't underestimate short, easy sentences. They are your foundation stones. Part 1. The core word system. Let's go step by step. Step 1. Choose your core words. Core means main or essential. Start with a list of the 500 most common English words. But then, you must personalize it. Make it your own. If you're a nurse, you will need to add words like patient, hospital, medicine, and rest. If you love cooking, you will add taste, boil, chop, and recipe. This personal connection helps your brain remember. Step 2. Learn in context. This is the most important rule. Never study a word alone. Instead of writing in your notebook, arrive equals to come to a place. I want you to write a full, personal sentence. I usually arrive home at 6 p.m. Then, say that sentence out loud. Hear it, feel it. This is how you build automaticity. Step 3. Connect new words to old ones. This is how your vocabulary grows naturally. Imagine you learn the words go, work, early, because, and traffic. You can combine them. I go to work early because of the traffic. The next day, you add 2 new words, train and ticket. Now you can say, I go to work early because the train ticket is cheaper. You see how your vocabulary grows? You're not memorizing, you are creating. You are learning in context, and you are personalizing it by talking about your life. Step 4. Create a tiny story. Once a week, take your new words and write or speak a tiny story. For example, yesterday, I went to the supermarket. I bought fruit, bread, and milk. I walked home and cooked dinner. That's real English, built on real, high-frequency words. Part 2. From knowing a word to owning a word. Learning a language can feel lonely. There are days when you feel stuck or embarrassed. You might think, I've studied for years, but I still sound slow. But the moment you focus on a small core list of words, something changes. The pressure disappears. You stop feeling like you're climbing an infinite mountain and start feeling like you're walking a clear path. This is the difference between knowing a word and owning it. You know the word make when you can define it. You own the word make when you can automatically say, make breakfast, make money, make a mistake, make friends, make time, and make sense. Owning means you use the word automatically, in different contexts, without thinking. Let's do the same with the word get. Get up, get ready, get better, get tired, get lost, get along with someone, get back. Each one of these phrases adds another layer of fluency. Native speakers live inside these chunks of language, and you can too. When you practice the same patterns every day, your brain builds what scientists call fluency pathways. At first, speaking feels slow, like thinking through mud. But with repetition, the path becomes clear. Your brain no longer translates, it reacts instantly. This process is called automaticity. It's the same reason you can drive a car or type on a keyboard without thinking about every small movement. Language becomes muscle memory. Part 3. A realistic daily plan. This is why a short daily practice is so much better than a long, irregular study session. Consistency tells your brain, this is important. Keep this pathway alive. Let's design a realistic plan. In the morning, 5 minutes. Review yesterday's sentences. Say them out loud while you are making coffee or getting dressed. In the afternoon, 5 minutes. Listen to a short clip in English. Actively notice how often your core words appear. In the evening, 5 minutes. Tell a 1-minute story about your day using your words. Record yourself, listen back, and correct one thing. That's only 15 minutes. No stress, no burnout. Just a simple daily rhythm. If you keep this habit for 90 days, you will feel your English changing from the inside. Part 4. The mindset of success. Language learning is not just about memory, it's also about how you feel. Many learners feel worried. They think, I'm too slow, or other people speak better than me. They feel shy or afraid to make mistakes. This is normal. Everyone feels this way sometimes. The good news is that the core word method helps you feel calm. It makes learning feel small and clear. You don't have to learn everything. You just have to learn a little every day. You know what to do. You are in control. Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning. You already know your plan. 10 words, 1 short story, and that's it. You don't feel lost. You feel ready. You make your tea, open your notebook, and start. You read your 10 words. You write a few sentences. You say them aloud. After 10 minutes, you smile. You already learned something. That small success gives you energy. You start to enjoy English. You see that progress is possible. You think, I can really do this. Every day, you feel a little stronger. Your fear becomes smaller. Your confidence grows. You stop saying, my English is bad, and you start saying, my English is getting better. When English starts to feel easy, light, and even fun, you are on the right path. The final secret. After you master your first 500 core words, everything starts to connect. When you listen to a movie or a podcast, you suddenly understand more. You hear the words you own, and your brain feels happy. You don't translate as much, you just understand. New words become easier to learn, too. When you see a new word, you can often guess the meaning because your foundation is so strong. You know how English is supposed to work. And now, for the secret I promised at the beginning. The simple secret that ties all of this together is this. When you focus on a small, manageable number of words, you are giving your brain a gift. You are giving it permission to succeed. Every time you finish your small 10-minute goal, your brain feels happy. It releases a chemical called dopamine. It's your brain's way of saying, "Good job, that felt nice. Let's do it again tomorrow." This is why short, simple tasks work better than big, scary ones. When you learn 10 words and finish a paragraph, your brain feels success. You feel proud. You want to do it again tomorrow. You stop forcing yourself to study. You start wanting to study. So remember, when you finish your small English task today, smile. You just made your brain stronger, happier, and more fluent. Fluency isn't just about language. It's about freedom. The freedom to travel, to connect, to express who you are without fear. And that freedom can start with just 500 words. So my challenge to you is this. Start today. Pick your first 10 English words. Create one paragraph and speak it aloud. Tomorrow, add 5 new words. In a few weeks, you will notice your English flowing more easily. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Wisdom English podcast channel to watch our next videos.